What was it like going from that first year and then getting Tom?
Yeah, I was curious about that too.
Yeah.
What was that tradition like in terms of like the environment, the energy, the locker room?
Yeah.
What was that like? The aura, like they say
think-
now.
Yeah,
The
bro, definitely got aura. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even know, like, he the man.
I think the environment was obviously being a rookie. You coming into a situation where you don't really know, so you kind of just, I guess,
Get in where you fit
join in. Yeah, you getting on with you're rolling with everybody else, getting in where you fit in. But we had Jameis. You know, Jameis was a really good leader, bro.
Oh my god!
Oh, he's hilarious, dude. He's hilarious.
J-Boo, J-Boo.
He just say whatever cut his mind, don't he?
Yeah, he do. But bro, it's always real. Like it's always from the heart.
Drop a Jameson bar.
Drop a J-Boo bar from when?
Drop one
in general.
Just drop one.
Something that he would say.
Something he would say. Yup.
I mean, he just say stuff like he just says stuff that's like so like out of the ordinary or just so obvious. Like he'll say stuff like I'm sure y'all heard of stuff like this when you say if you're not first, you're last. But the way he'll say it is like it's like, hey, Sean, if you ain't first, guess what you is? Last. You know, like stuff like that. But I love J-Boo. He actually texted me when I got drafted. And it's funny too, because this is another side story, but he told me that we were cousins. So I found out, I don't know, bro.
He probably kept you down.
He told me that we were cousins, bro. Like he was like our families, our uncles, something like. So I found out that me and Jameis were cousins because of a reporter telling me that that's what he told them. So
he didn't even fit
my little cousin.
So I found out. I'm like, oh, okay, that's family. But like, I don't know, bro. I really loved Jameis, bro. He was such a good dude. He showed up. He worked hard every day. Obviously, things. I mean, he threw 30 for 30. Like, threw 30 tubs though, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So he was talented. He gave his guys opportunity. But the environment was it obviously was a lot more different when Tom came. Things got a lot more serious in the regards of like knowing you can win. You know what I mean? Versus like
thinking you can. Like we all thought we had the talent, and obviously things weren't going on. But when you get Tom, it adds a whole different aspect. You know what I mean? So he came in, and I mean it's Tom Brady, so everybody's looking at him like.
Yeah, I just wonder. Like, I don't know what I'm a receiver. I don't even know what I would do in the huddle. Like
you probably
look at him.
You probably just look at him, bro.
Yeah,
you probably just look at bro. Like, what'd you say? But he's intense, bro. Like, you know what I mean? In order to play with Tom too, you got to be on your shit. Like, it ain't like you just now about to just float around and think that you about to just get by because we're doing the minimal.
It's like having a coach in the huddle.
He not gonna carry you, bro. He gonna make sure that you on it. If you don't know where you're supposed to be and when you're supposed to be doing it, the ball's not coming to you. You probably won't even be in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real with him. And so I think that led into us having as much success as we did. Obviously, our defense was real talented. We had leaders on defense. We had Levante Davis still. We had Ndamukong Suh, JPP, Shaq Barrett. And then we had our whole our young core. We had Vita Vea. Like, we had so much talent, bro. Yeah. And then when you combine that with an offense that had just as much talent with Mike Evans and Antonio Brown at the time and you know what I mean, Chris Godwin, we had Lenny that came in. So obviously Tom was the cherry on top, bro, and just made things just flow so much easier, bro.
How was the locker room? Because obviously, I mean, you know, in the league, it's like everybody stick to their own. But I guess like having a celebrity like that in the locker room, was it like, you know, like was he was chill? Like what was he? You know
he was chilling, bro. Tom used to just chill. Tom was in his own world sometimes. Like it would be a locker, like there would be a locker next to Tom, so we had two. And the locker next to him, that's where you put all the stuff that you need him to sign. And so
that's love.
Yeah, and so you put it in there. You put it in there, and then
that's a fun.
At the end of the day, Tom usually would just, you know what I mean? So it would be signed.
It was kind of understood like, all right, so you the GOAT, bro. Sign us from
he knew, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's how good of a teammate he was. Like obviously, you know what I mean? If you were in that position, I'm in that position. You get a little like, I don't feel like doing all this today, but. I mean, it was never a complaint from him, bro. Every time somebody needed something from him, signed ball, signed jersey, picture, like whatever, he was doing it.
Is that like somewhere you bouncing around? Is that something that happened to other places, or is it just Tom?
Bro. I've only seen that with Tom.
That's crazy.
Like, I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about autographs and stuff because that's different. Because Derek was a dude that was like that too. Like D. Henry was a dude that. You know,
but I mean, like in terms of having a
whole locker right there. Nah, I only seen that with Tom, bro.
Oh snap!
Literally, it was Tom's locker, and then it was Tom's locker.
P.O. box.
Tom's P.O. box, and then it just had stuff in there, bro. Like signed stuff, like stuff that needed to be signed. He signed at the end of the day before he left, and then he slid. But you never. The thing about Tom is you never see him come in, and you never really see him leave.
Damn, y'all like, sound like a ghost.
Like Batman.
Nah, for real, because he was probably in there. He was probably in there hecka early, bro. Like getting his work in with AG, and then he had his own little regimen, his own little schedule that he did.
Yeah.
So.
What was that run like? I mean, for you?
Oh, for me, it was fun, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think that second year at the beginning of the season, I don't really think that like I was playing well, but there was like some, you know what I mean? You know how they say like the second year slump type of thing? Like when you come in your sophomore year slump, it was kind of like a here and there throughout the year because coming into the season, I was like, this is my thought process. All right, you about to play nickel still, you're playing corner. You got to have a little bit more padding on you because you're still going against these tight ends, these tackles, but you got to be nimble enough to stay on the outside. Yeah. So me never playing in the slot, I only played in the outside until I got to the league. So my first year, I'm playing in the slot, but I wasn't that heavy. I was light, you know what I mean? And then my second year, I'm like, I need to add some weight. So I added some weight. I literally got up to like 205, bro. And I've never been that big before. And I was sluggish. And I'm like, I'm not really liking it. So beginning of my first like year was like rocky. And I wasn't benched, but I was replaced for a period of that time of like the base stuff. They were like, I remember a conversation my coach had called me one time and was like, hey, we're going to let you focus in on nickel for a little bit because we feel like we got a lot on your plate. He told me that one day and I took it as like you benching me. You know what I mean? Right, and obviously that's probably what it was. But at the time, I think it made me frustrated, but it also made me like, all right, like let's just relax a little bit and let's just hone in on what we can.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. Base, they probably ain't gonna throw the ball too much, so you ain't gotta be in there for the run plays. That's what I was thinking. Like, you know what I mean? I had to make something to where it made my brain wire in a way where I didn't think I was getting benched.
Thinking positive.
Yeah, so throughout the year, like I said, it was up and down. Then I ended up getting back into the base starting lineup, I believe, and then we got into the playoffs, bro. And I think when the playoffs hit, it was more of like a
rush.
We just wanted a legacy. Like I think for me, I just wanted to leave a mark, bro, and leave a legacy on something that was going to stand forever. And especially given the fact that we had a legend, we had multiple legends. So I knew whatever I do is going to be remembered regardless because of who I'm playing with.
Walk me through picking off like two legends. You picked off Drew Brees and A-Rod in the playoffs. That's legendary. Like, what was that like for you?
To be honest, bro, at the time, it was just another play. You know what I mean? I really looked at it as a play that I just made and was able to get the ball back for my team and win the game. I didn't even look at it as like, oh, you just picked off this guy, you just picked up this guy. I looked at it as strictly we're playing ball, we trying to win games, we trying to get to the next level, we trying to get to the next game so we can win the ship. And then obviously looking back on
after
it now,
it's like
it is crazy, bro. It is crazy. And I picked off Drew, and that was his last game, so he retired after that day.
Wow, were you his last pick?
So I wasn't his last pick. I was his first that game.
Yeah.
I think my boy Mike was his last.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
The ball.
Yeah, I got the ball. But even after the game, bro, I seen Drew on the field, like, you know, like one of the movie moments, bro. You know how
slow motion,
slow motion. But he's with his kids. They're the only ones on the field. The field's empty. We all walk into the bus and it's him and his kids. And it was just a cool moment to see. And at that moment, I kind of wanted to go ask him, bro, to sign the ball.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be rude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to be like, hey, bro, you can sign this.
Yeah,
like,
but
that would have been hard. If I was
like, hey, Drew, sign his ball.
Hey, that would have been cool, bro. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. I mean, yeah, Drew, if you see this, bro, I would love for you to sign the ball, bro. But if you don't want to, I understand, bro.
It's like respect, but then it's like, what if you look up, you're like, you want me to sign the ball that probably cost me the game?
Bro. So I'm like, it's like when I look back on it now, bro, it's like, dang, like I did do a lot of things that I would have never imagined that I really, you know what I mean, until it happens. But you know what I mean, grateful, bro. I think for me, the whole thing about it is I'm just grateful for the opportunity that Tampa gave me be there,
for sure,
to be around the guys that I was around, to build the relationships I had, to play with the legends that I was able to play with, and then being able to take that information and all the stuff that I learned with them and give it back to the next generation, give it back to the people that I was with in Tennessee, talk to them and do the same way. You know, I ask guys all the time, like, who do you know what I mean? Who do you look up to? Who is your GOAT? Right. Who is this? And a lot of them always said Tom Brady, all this and that. And I'm naming these guys that I played with.
Like had real interactions.
Had real relationships with.